Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 3 of the SOWLE RV podcast. I am Mark.
And I am Angie with SOWLE RV.
So, what are signs that your RV has water leaks? Here are 5 signs of an RV leak to watch out for. You can have staining around your window frames, the roof edges on the inside of your camper. A spongy floor is always a good indication. At that time, you've probably had a leak for quite some time, though. Dampness in your carpeted areas, wrinkling or blistering around your wallpaper from the Luan expanding. If you look, you'll have some outer wall delamination that is on the fiberglass RVs where you see the bubbling down the side where it starts getting wavy. That means that Luan wood, if it has Luan, is separating and creating bubbles. If you have rust coming out from the actual side trim of your...
That's a pretty good sign.
Yeah, well, that's the whole thing, though. It's water can get in the outside of those troughs. That's not a bad deal. But when you see it coming on the back side of it, where the actual sealant is in there, that means water's getting to the inside of that screw and rusting down.
Yeah.
So definitely want to pay attention to those little things, and may prevent you from some serious costs down the road.
Absolutely.
Here are 6 suggestions to avoid damaging a roof that could cause a water leak. When choosing a campsite, avoid overhanging trees, signs, anything that you can see that could potentially scrape or cut into the roof.
I laugh at that because it just takes me right back to Dad backing into the tree with the limbs hanging down. Yeah. It wasn't funny, but it is now.
Yeah, you would be amazed at some of these campsites that you go to. They were not designed with a forethought that there were going to be travel trailers as large and slide outs as plentiful as what there is now. So they've had to do a lot of trimming of these trees in I don't know if it's the forest agencies or whatever. I mean, they let them grow out of hand some of the time in some of these parks.
We've actually had to cut some down ourselves. You guys have, not me.
Well, we technically never cut any tree down.
Oh, yeah.
So that didn't happen. Something happened to those trees.
Just
after
a limb that was hanging is what I was referring to.
Oh, okay.
It was dead already.
You want to clear any debris that is on your roof. That will prevent it from basically decomposing or all the chemicals and everything that are released from it when it's, gets wet and so forth. Help it and protect the roof and keep it going for a long time.
And I like this next one coming up because it reminds me a little bit of you.
While driving, try to avoid side streets that have a lot of trees that overhang and can damage your roof. Your main roads are great to travel with RVs. Your side roads, they don't necessarily trim those up as well as they will a major thoroughfare. You can get some pretty low-hanging tree
Especially
limbs.
in our neighborhood.
Scratch it up pretty good.
Yeah.
Next, while walking on the roof of your RV, keep in mind that you generally have braces every 16 inches apart. Try to displace your weight in those areas. I see a lot of people will get up on a roof and they just walk all over it and not thinking that all RV roofs aren't meant to carry the load of, say, a 250 pound person, let alone people getting up there and just jumping in between. You can damage your roof by just walking on it if you're not careful and cognizant of where your placement is and what you're doing, especially if you get something as, you wouldn't think of your knee as that sharp, but you get it right in there. I mean, you can actually damage that roof pretty well with unintended looking at it if you're not careful. Number 5, maintenance and inspecting your RV roof and just cleaning it is the best way to avoid having damage done due to weather conditions. Washing it off will keep all the dirt, everything off of it. Will make sure you don't have anything sharp that can damage it. Just overall good maintenance is a great way of preventing anything in the future from happening. Purchasing a properly fitted RV cover that is suited for your type of weather conditions is an excellent way to prolong the life of your roof. UV rays will damage your RV. It will damage the outer clear coat. It will damage the roof. It will damage your covers, your skylights, oxidize. Getting a properly fitted cover, and when I say properly fitted cover, throwing a tarp up there, strapping it down, cinching it down, you can actually damage it doing that and wear paint off because that camper still expands and contracts. So having proper placement of a cover in areas is really important. We have one on our travel trailer right now. We'll see how it looks this coming spring when we're able to get out again.
I love the fit of that. That's an Adco?
That's an Adco, yeah.
Yeah, we'll put the link to that below.
We hope that we have answered a few of your questions on how to avoid RV roof damage and RV leaks. Coming up on next week on the SOWLE RV podcast, it is our Christmas special featuring a few of our favorite things for the RV.
Absolutely. That's going to be so much fun. So make sure you check that out.
Thanks so much for joining us today. As always, SOWLE RV encourages you to safely get out and live and explore the world around you. If you'd like to check out our show notes from today's episode, just go over to SOWLERV.com and click underneath podcast. And make sure you follow us on social media and be sure to hit that subscribe button below.